It's time for Leather Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another week of the Leathered Podcast, episode 12, with your host or hosts, Paul the Bear Jew Craig, Chris the Bad Guy Bungard, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Captain Stabbin' Ross Cooper.
How am I going to ask a guy to announce me into the cage like that? Eh?
Easy.
Mate, it's easy, aye.
Just
We'll do
there.
it. We'll announce you.
That's the only way your
Step
name
aside,
could be
but
said.
I know. It's true.
I had just to start off, I had a guy come up to me. I was in the golf shop looking for a golf belt. Golf shit.
A golf belt.
A golf belt. Reversible sock, come out with black trousers and blue trousers. You know, you don't want to go black and black. I know.
That's so gay.
I know. You're representing. So, guy comes up and he's like, I'm obviously milling about the shop. And he comes up and he's like, I was just listening to the podcast. Absolutely tremendous. He went, I fucking love Captain Stabbin'. Can't remember the guy's name, but
I love how I've given you this nickname.
I know, it's fucking tremendous.
Came for a Family Guy episode, eh?
That's the story. Is that what you're sticking to?
Aye. My poor missus, if she comes to this fight and be like, what is this captain's that you know?
Aye, you'll see it later.
Everybody's got to have the merch on.
Have you actually seen the old boy butt with the captain hat?
Aye.
I've said this, but mate, it's
Are you walking out? Are you going Brad Pickett with the hat?
captain hat, sunglasses.
Pipe.
What's it?
I don't know where the pipes come from.
Bowling ball.
You imagine them just rattling the birds through the back.
Like Popeye.
The fish fingers, the bird's eye guy, that's what I was
That's what you're thinking.
The bowling ball grip. What, are you a bowling ball grip guy?
Gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
We're not restarting, are we? Nah, didn't restart.
Just put some
So
subtitles.
that's how we're
in
going to
there for
announce you at fucking Forza.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Who's coming out?
G4 proud.
When is it?
You.
Oh, I nearly said August, but it's May.
Me the what?
The last Sunday in May. I think
That's
it's the
fine,
28th.
A Sunday, we Forza was known for a Sunday show.
It's always a
Aye.
Sunday.
Just because you don't want a Saturday because shit's just going to kick
no,
out.
no one that would burn mine.
Alright.
No, you need them already rough coming in.
Aye.
So they're a bit
So
more
they're a bit subdued.
Saturday.
Marty Pello.
Saturday, those cunts will just go off, eh? They're not bothered. But honestly, to be fair, I've been at a couple of Forzas that have went wrong.
A few dodgy cunts up there, man.
Aye, for sure. Good guys.
Aye.
Good guys.
Good guys, man, but they smell like a guitar out of like cash converters. Like they smell
Come along and support, but please behave. That's all we're asking. Just be cool.
How's the camp going?
Couldn't he be going better, to be fair?
Good.
And that's, I didn't want to say that. That's what I was saying to Chris in the car. I was like, I don't want to complain about anything because I've got no real problems to complain about. Like, my weight's ahead of schedule, training feels good. Like, this has been a good week of training.
You've started working with my boy Adam.
Aye, mate.
Yes. Is it ESP?
Enhanced Sports Performance.
Aye.
Aye. ESP.
You should know that.
I know.
If anybody knows, you should know.
I know.
Is that
I'm
the
sure it's
right?
ESP.
He got
Straight
in
out
touch with me, said, listen, I'll send you a wee... And I looked at it's so straightforward as well. Like, you just tick it off on the app, write in what you've been doing. It couldn't be easier. And it's funny, I was looking at the stuff and I was like, this is not... Mate, I was fucked. Properly fucked after the sessions. Like, and I was...
It gives you the time, the rep range, all that kind of stuff.
What sort of things were you doing?
Some of it's just body weight exercises. Some of it's all the way from like weighted pull-ups to, and even like bench press and squat and stuff. It's just like 3 sets of 5. There's no big movements. Trap bar deadlifts.
I quite like see when he sets a program up. He wants you to obviously get the most out of muscle growth, power development, all these kind of things what we want as a fighter. But what he doesn't want to do is absolutely fuck you for the next session. Like, so your recovery time should be pretty quick. So he uses like, so for me currently, I'm trying not to build muscle. So he's using a lot of like taking out the eccentric phase where the muscle actually grows. So what he's doing is he's getting me to do the lift, and then it's just a case of letting it go or putting it back on the pins, whatever it is. Because at the current phase that I'm at the moment, muscle growth is not required. So it's all about that power, that speed development. So that's what we're doing now.
Well, that's what I was messaging him. I was squatting yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? Day before yesterday.
Was it the seated squat?
What's that, when you just sit on the rack?
Sit on it and then
Aye.
for a second and then just boom.
Aye, I didn't really like the box squats. I've never been a fan of them. I feel like you cheat. I feel like you sit on it and you roll yourself up.
Right.
I'm probably not, but I like sitting on the pins and exploding through. But even at that, I was probably like, when I was just eating whatever I want and only lifting weights, I was probably about a 60 kilo difference. And I was like, I'm cabbaged here. What's different?
It's taking you to the point, the way he explained it to me was, he's like, it's taking you at the point of where if you think about a single leg shot or a double leg, you're in that position with no weight, aren't you? And then all of a sudden, as you hit the person, then you lift, isn't it?
For sure.
So it's like you're trying to simulate
I've definitely
these
got
movements.
I've definitely got like the same DOMs as if I had put 180 on the squat rack, for sure.
Yeah, you don't have to hit.
I like
know
the plyometric stuff he does. I like that.
Aye.
The stuff like that.
med ball slams. Like I've never really. I've been like, med ball slams. Fuck's that good? Eh? I don't know. So, and that's what I said. I was messaging him and he was like, "Listen, you're going to thank me on fight day." So I was probably a bit skeptical, if I'm honest. I'm glad I've been a bit more open minded. And I feel better. See, training this way, like I say, I've said this loads of times, I just gym broed everything before. Like, well, I fucking seen on YouTube. It's dumb.
Because you had one of the vests on.
That's it, mate.
You love a vest.
I seen the
Yeah,
guy.
I
I
love a
seen a guy
vest.
who was ripping your vest yesterday.
It was him.
Was it you? I seen you
slagging
done
my
like talking to the fans, and then he's
Always, mate.
It's a gay blade, man.
Why? You don't like a vest? You don't like a bit of vest? Nah.
What about?
I like a certain vest, no the ones that pure.
Aye, come in at the back.
Mate,
That's
I
true.
know.
They nipple up through the bald head, man.
Didn't be hating. Didn't be hating on a beautiful.
How's your diet going though?
Good.
Aye.
For like the first
The
time
weight
I've
coming
ever,
down?
aye, the first time I've legitimately tried. If I'm honest, normally I didn't give a fuck. I just eat whatever I want, and I go like, I'll just sweat out the weight.
Why have you changed? Tell me.
I'm older, so I didn't want to start trying to cut too much weight and go, I can't get this off. Like I'd be really embarrassed if I didn't make weight. It would be quite humiliating when I've had so much time to be fully aware of this, and I've just chose it. Like I've not got an excuse. Like you're already really lean and have tried to cut and no made it, or like saying, oh, I always cut for this weight. I don't know what's gone wrong. I've no cut weight for a wee while. I'm older. I need to make sure this is done properly.
Plus you're the champ, defending the belt.
And it's in Edinburgh as well. Like there's going to be a lot of people there who know me. So I didn't want to be fucking this up.
Right.
That's the truth. And not only that, I don't...
So there's that element of no fear, but a bit of pride and fear there.
For sure, but I also feel like responsibility to the people who are coming.
Aye.
I do feel obliged to make sure as well. I don't want to go out there and be compromised because I've had to rehydrate, I've no rehydrated properly, or I've no anything like that. Like I say, at this moment in time, everything's gone bang on. I've got no complaints about anything. Everything feels good. Like... my diet's the best it's been. My training's probably the best it's been. The strength and conditioning is the best it's been. Like before, I was just going down and realistically doing bodybuilding workouts.
Aye.
So I've just kind of changed my mindset towards everything. And I don't know, maybe, like I know it's not a massive show, but it's massive to me because it's a place where I fought before.
I think it's like any time you step in, it's a huge thing. It doesn't matter where
I
you're
think so
fighting.
too.
Like,
Somebody asked me that yesterday on Instagram, like, oh, what's next after this fight? Like, I'm not thinking past this fight.
No,
and then
you can't do that.
one of the guys in the gym, oh, what about that competition to have somebody sit in the corner? I was like, well, that's a good idea. Like, I'm not doing that. It's too much fucking about. Like, this is...
Aye, focus, man.
I'm only thinking about this. Like, there's got to be two people in my corner, and that's that. And it's two trusted people. Like,
see, the thing is, the way current MMA is sitting at the moment, because there's opportunities in big shows, and especially at your weight class, like rack up a couple of wins. Like we're talking 2-3 wins, get a shot at Cage Warriors, and then going for Cage Warriors, racking up a couple of wins there, because there's nobody in these divisions in light heavyweight in Europe,
correct,
who ideally can hang with you, mate. Like,
there's a handful of guys in this country at light heavyweight. There's not many.
and then when you open up to Europe,
coming up as well.
so you get a couple of wins in local shows. You go to somewhere like Cage Warriors. Who knows, mate? PFL, all these kind of shows, there's opportunities, and it's not as if you're super old.
Nah,
Like,
I'm not.
When we think about Glover, like 42 was he became the champion, he was still fighting at 43.
But at the stage I'm at now, like I am 34. If I'm going to go, I need to go now.
Aye.
And that's kind of why. Like before, I always felt like I had loads of time. Like, fuck, who cares if I can't? No, I'm not going to fight that day. I'm away on holiday. And then COVID happened, and I missed years. And I was
2
like,
years.
fuck. Like, if I didn't go now, nothing's going to happen. And still nothing might happen. But at least You're trying to make
You've
something
done
happen.
a push. You've done a proper
Aye.
push.
So getting myself in proper shape for this is the first thing, and it's like I was just lazy with it before. Like I say, I don't know what's. It definitely helps spending more time with yous for sure. Before I was just like
Positive role models.
spend time with BAM people. You're going to be a BAM.
Product to your environment.
For sure.
Tom, I've been a product to your environment, hanging about with BAMs. What were you up to the other day, mate? I
Quad
seen you BAMing it up.
I was on a Mad Dog Tuesday.
I seen that.
On quads.
On quads. Where is it? Because I'm at a shop.
Do you know where the Five Sisters Zoo is?
By my house.
It is right there. So when
Is
I
that a
was-
quad track, or did you just out in the streets rattling a quad
a
a
bit
bit?
of both. So,
I like it.
but you drive by like you share the fence with the zoo, so you drive by all the monkeys and that. And this week where we're using the quad.
And you're getting at the bap bap bap.
So it was.
Go mentally.
It was actually Derek's dad's birthday. And and his dad looks like Dr. Octopus. Like him, right? He's like, I don't know why I've never seen this before. So I think I don't know the situation, but his dad's up there anyway. But it's like a fishery, and it's got like archery.
I seen that upstairs as well.
Axe throwing, and it's got the quads and stuff like that. What a place, man.
Aye. Cheers for the invite,
I just got invited last minute, to be fair. I've never met Derek's dad before.
Does Derek know his dad looks like Doc Ock?
He does now, because I sent him a picture of it. Like, wait, and I was like, look, your dad can catch 4 fish at the same time, man. Because he's got the 4 bits.
And now can you see the resemblance?
Aye.
Right,
So,
fair. That's
can't
fair.
believe I've never noticed that before, not.
That's hilarious.
He was messaging me. He was like, "Mate, I wasn't right that whole fucking week after Cage Warriors. I was fucked up." I was like, quality.
But they had his dad's family side and that, they had a big tent, all the hot food and all that, karaoke, just chilled. But I love shooting the bows, man. The archery was class, really good. I think I could be good at that if I kept doing it a lot. But that's the first time I pure drove a quad. I bought a Mad Dog in me, but it's quite cool, man. It's good.
Aye, it's
Getting
exciting.
stuck in swamps and shit like that, but
I had when I was in Africa, I had a quad, so to do like to go down to like a local, because where I was staying, I'll explain the whole situation. I went there, took some kids over to do some missionary work, had done a bit myself. They gave me a quad as like a person who was looking after these kids. So I was flying about thinking this is the best thing ever.
Austin.
But what happens is you get a bit ballsy, right? And I rolled the fucking quad. And I got up as if nothing had happened, and I was in like mortal pain. But there was too many local Africans about to like kind of like, so I just kind of got up and like you might have see the weight of a quad.
Drive somewhere private.
No, I had to
You're
like
not supposed to like jump off it, you know, you're just supposed to go with it because you get flatlined with it.
I don't know, man, but
under it.
I put my hand down and it like pure jerked my shoulder. I fell scratched on my arse because it was on like a dirt track.
And you have shorts and t-shirt on.
I did.
Of course.
Think I was the fucking man. No helmet, no nothing, and I was like in mortal pain, and I had to try and pick his quad up. Like I was whimpering, and a few locals come over and like flipped the thing for me, and I just got on it and drove back like really, really slow and like pure shaking, and I got in. And you could like, you know, that way the dust had just all stuck to my face, and I just looked like I'd been
clearly
fucking
crashed.
But it was like some
Where
experience.
in Africa did you go?
Uganda.
Aye.
I flew
Was it
to
cool?
I flew to Entebbe and then drove to Kampala, which is like their major city, and then from Kampala drove like 6 hours into the middle of nowhere. Right. One of the best things about it was at this point I was eating meat, but I tried to like bag myself up so I didn't shit. I was
Why?
there because they were shitting in a hole.
I see.
You were shitting in a hole, right? And they showed me where the toilets were, and it was literally like a room with a hole, and you squat down and do a shit, and all the walls are covered in shit because people do you know? So they just wipe the shit on the walls, right? So anyway, I'm no fucking. I will.
Why the fuck would they do that, mate? Why?
So anyway, I had been taking a Imodium to try and bag me up, and I was like, so when I need to go and do a shit, I'll find somewhere relatively friendly with a toilet.
Right.
6 hours away from Kampala, there's no fucking toilets. So it was like day 4 and my stomach was like, I was in pain with this. So I go down to the toilet, I've got my wet wipes in one hand, my toilet roll in the other hand, and I'm ready to fucking go. So there's no door. Like there's people just walking past as you're dropping the fucking load. So I squat in, like, so you imagine like I originally started trying to hover,
Right.
and when I can hover, but then the legs fatigued. So I'll show you the movement. So I decided, right, so the hole's here. So I decided to like gear this, like, and I didn't want to touch the walls because they were covered in shit. And I was like, nah, it's not working. So then you have to go full on squat like this
Right.
into the hole. So I'll release this big fucking log, mate, right? 3-4 days worth of shit. This thing was solid, mate. It came out like a baseball bat out my asshole, right? And then it's like a big massive pit. So it's like, I'm talking, it's huge, mate, right? And you can...
Why is it like that?
I'll tell you in a minute. So as it falls, as it starts to go down, it falls and it hits the bottom, boom. But what it does is it releases all the flies. Release the flies, right? So I'm currently I'm on my honkers, right? And the flies are just crawling over my ass, my ball bag, my face, and I'm like, bah! It's like something a movie, right? I'm trying to get these flies off my face, man. It's like I'm about to come because they're tickling my balls. It was fucking disgusting, right? So then after that, it was like nothing in the world. Like at that point, nothing in the world could be as bad as that. It was just the fact that they were all over the shit. And then the flies were crawling all over my face, like, and I'm trying to like.
Did you not end up with like malaria or something?
I ended up with dengue fever. I ended up in quarantine. So it was some experience, but there's some really.
Oh, I fancy trying it.
There's some really bad sides here, but
The Exorcist with the flies.
they were all over my face. But if you've seen like the Scary Movie version of The Exorcist, it was merely that one. It was fucking disgusting. And then what they do with this shit is they just burn it. So they just fucking light the shit, and we come back for whatever we were doing that day, and I was like, what's that? What the fuck's that smell? It was
Hot water.
The burning
it's like
shit
it's
pile.
burning shit, and that's exactly what it was. They just burn the shit, and it's like just particles of shit everywhere, man.
So a nice place, aye.
The people were amazing. Like they literally, the kids, when you compare.
Apart from the fact they rub their shitty hands all over the walls.
Aye, fair dues, mate. Aye, they do that. So the kids literally walk miles to go to school, and they come with like a big sugar cane,
Right.
and they just soak it. So they don't have food. So they have like literally sugar cane that was just plucked out, and they just soak a sugar cane, and they sweep the whole school every single morning, from the front to the back, and it's dirt. The ground's dirt. But they still sweep it and there's no dust there.
How old were you when you were there?
Mid-20s, probably about 24, 25. Definitely an eye-opener.
Aye.
And then
it's not for me.
swam down the
I'd like to
Nile.
go and like build like a well or something, or a
That's what we
school or
did.
some
We
shit.
helped
Who was it,
build
boy?
a water tank.
Justin, what was his name? Fought in Bellator,
Aye.
heavyweight. He does something like that, doesn't he?
Range. Justin
Builds,
Range.
builds wells or
Aye.
something like that.
Pygmy.
Aye.
Just get fond of the black women. That's what that was. He went out there, started doing a bit of the digging, and then fell in love with them and went, fuck it, I'm just going to stay here.
Just like the birds.
Aye, so see when I used to go anywhere in this quad,
White devil.
they used to call me Mazunga, which is just basically like white person. So you'd be like, they'd be like chasing you because they want. They're like, it was like
The white person's the rich man, though, innit?
Aye, so it's literally like in Rocky, like when he's running down the streets and he's like jumping over shit. That's what it was like. But I'm in this quad and there's people just coming out of nowhere, just chasing me, shouting Mazunga, give us money. And I'm just
mowing them down.
Aye. So I had like a cattle prod just in the front of you. Just no, it was. But the people are like nicest people ever meet. They don't have a lot, but they're like they hold education so highly. And when you compare that to what it's like in the UK, where they're like, we don't give a fuck about education.
Oh, mate, it's bad. Like, my missus was talking about it the day. She was up at the school, or yesterday, she was up at the school, and there's kids in the fucking head teacher's office shouting at the head teacher.
I know.
Like,
When they
what
get
the
that.
fuck? Mate, if my head teacher told my dad he's shouting at me, he'd just mauled me there in front of her. He'd just be like, Steve, what? Fuck you.
Kids, eh? There was a kid having a. Oh, there was a kid in. It fell to the kid fell to the ground and it started like flailing about. It was clearly having a seizure, and one of the kids was looking, and I was like, "Listen, don't look. It's not really that nice." And he'd come over. The head teacher had come over and was like, "Everything all right with the kid? Yeah. Just get demons."
Oh.
Aye, so it's and I was like, it's clearly having a seizure. Like, just get demons. And I'm like, we all got demons. But aye, it was some place. I did take out like football tops. I love soccer tops.
Aye.
So I'd like managed to gather up like in the various schools I had been working in. I managed to catch a few football tops. So all the kids, they were just bringing in old football tops. And I got out. Airdrie United had gave me a lot of football tops to take out as well. So all this kind of cool stuff.
My friend worked in Sierra Leone, and we used to give him like Fitbit tops and Fitbit boots, and they would all play like this game of Fitbit. But it was like, if they had the Fitbit tab, it was like the world to them.
I know.
Like it meant so much to them, and they would fight over it and stuff like that. See if one guy had it,
It's fucking brutal, eh?
Aye. I took over some MMA pads and that for the gym, like some old ones had just basically taken a suitcase and just filled it up with stuff, which I felt would be they would potentially enjoy. Like, I don't know, maybe
Hey,
like
Sam, wet.
aye, maybe this guy's a fucking
See,
wanker.
so
But I've heard that.
when you see Big Ngannou going back over Danny's bit and all that, that's quite cool.
Aye, who was it? Somebody had some footballer built like a whole infrastructure for his
it
village.
was Manny, I think it was.
Aye,
Was it
that's
Manny?
pretty cool, man.
I'd love to do it.
Like, rather than buying a sports car, he's decided, no, I'll use that money and
Aye.
go over and actually do something worthwhile with it.
I'd love to do it. Either build like a school or help build a school or fund a school or something like that. If I had these Fitbit players will make millions every week. Something, you know what I mean?
I know. Some mad one.
Loads of places out there always looking for people to go out.
Do you
So
just
there's-
volunteer? Like, you just.
It was the Henry Van Strabozzi Memorial Fund. What it was a kid went out there, had done a bit of missionary work, had come back. Private school kid, been boozing, smashed into a tree, I'm sure it was, killed himself and a few other people. So his family set up this like fund to try and help people out in Africa. I'm sure they'll still do missionary work out there. But it's totally worth
Aye, I would-
like see the sense of like what you get for it. Like, you're not really doing much in the grand
Probably
scheme of
feel
things.
like shit when you first see them and be like, fucking hell, I've no paid attention to anything.
I guess you
Like,
appreciate what
aye.
you've got like massively, and that was one of the things that like when I was taking the kids, I think I had like 11 kids with me, and it was stressful, and there was a few times kids broke down because there was obviously the whole thing about being out there and being away from your family. But
You took Scottish kids with you?
I did, aye.
Aye.
So we had, I had 3 kids for Scotland, and I had like another so many for Manchester, I'm sure it was, and I'm sure they were for London as well.
See, when I was in Tunisia as well, when I travelled like proper south, there was nothing as well. There was no roads. The houses didn't have roofs and stuff like that. And I stopped for like ice cream and that, and all these friends were going mental. I was buying them all ice cream, and they all thought it was like the best day ever. I'm just like, it makes
And
you
it's
think.
cost you
about
a
it.
tenner.
Aye, it makes you think like, they've even got a roof, man. Clays, nothing.
Aye.
Which
And you couldn't
there's
give your
another
own,
funny story.
Couldn't
in
give
that.
your own kids a tenner to go to the shop here, eh?
You think
You'd be like, where's the rest of the money?
But you think how much stuff they've got
like,
upstairs,
like,
man.
Stuff like water in Africa, clean water and stuff like that.
So when we were there, it was their Independence Day, Uganda's Independence Day. So they had this massive feast, right? And places littered with food, and like I never refused any food because like the last thing you want to do is insult them. So like they would make me this wee plate, and they made me this wee plate, and I was like, "What kind of meat's this?" And they were like,
Was it finger food?
aye, and it was like beef. And I was like, cool. So start munching at this. And I was like, that's really nice. It was disgusting. Right. And but they gave me the best bit of meat and all this kind of stuff because they were looking after me. And I then started thinking, like, I've not seen any cows. I've not seen any fucking livestock. Where the fuck did you get this meat from? And referring to it as cow, it clearly wasn't a cow.
What was it?
I have no idea, like whatever
Never
it was. I have no idea what it was.
Goat.
It potentially could be, but I had no idea what it was. But it wasn't beef anyway. I was like, one, they don't have a fridge cutting about here to store this meat, and two, there's no fucking livestock about here. There wasn't like it wasn't even like there was like chickens there. There was nothing. Like, and it wasn't until after I did, I was like, because you were so appreciative of all the food you were eating, because it was like,
What's it run through you though?
oh, it did, and then see after 3 days, and I unplugged that. It was like
That was
regular. Aye.
That's fucking hideous, mate. I can't stop thinking about these flies.
Guano.
But I would paddle down the River Nile and done some like rafting, that kind of stuff. Ended up with dengue fever. Ended up getting bit by a mosquito and ended up in fucking the quarantine. Aye.
Is that what gives you? Aye, mosquitoes.
Aye.
In a netted tent, not?
No, we had to sleep in the tents to stop getting bit at night. But
It's only
once
the nighttime mosquitoes give you the way. Daytime ones, didn't
No, I think it's only one sex of the mosquitoes, so it doesn't matter what time it is. It's not like, oh, it's 5 o'clock, the big man's out.
But there's a different mosquito for night and day.
I have no idea, but it was they were biting, and
I'm right about that, eh? I am. It's different ones.
So anyway, they bite you. You end up with. So I think malaria's more sub-Saharan Africa with desert, and dengue is more water-based.
So, how many like jags did you have to get to go over?
Oh, you had loads. I
Never
had
been
like
wrong.
yellow fever, typhoid. Like you get a passport and you have to get them all stamped before they let you go in, which makes sense.
Syringed up, bro.
Aye. You fancy doing it?
What? Going to Africa?
Aye.
No, really.
No.
I don't know. Maybe help some cunts out, but fuck, shitting in a hole in the ground, mate.
Aye, it was. It's
Have
an
you
eye
shit your
opener.
pants before? So
Oh, many times.
Would you rather shit in a hole or shit your pants every time you needed it?
Probably go with the hole.
Aye, the whole.
Aye.
Take a few flies in the face.
Nah, that's the off-putting bit.
So I used to put a t-shirt on my face. That's what I used to do. And I used to like wear like a
a turban thing.
Aye, no, I would just wear it fall down like a t-shirt and had like tied a knot in the top and just wear it like so just shit in the dark.
Could I wear a scream mask on?
You don't want to, the thing is, you don't want to wear the white t-shirt because then you look like you're part of the clan. You don't want to wear the white one. You're standing there with a
Come to the
fucking
toilet in the
with a knot up top. But I just to stop the flies from fucking climbing all over your sphincter.
We'll go a trip. 3 years.
Madagascar.
We'll take them some Mad Dog. Take the children some Mad Dog. There you go, boys and girls. But I thought we were going to talk about MMA today.
What's been happening in the world of MMA?
Big Sergey, who I was talking about a few weeks ago.
Oh, he absolutely put
Blades.
cut his blades in his back. If
Yes.
he cut his blades without his beard?
No. Does he look like an infant?
No, he looks ugly as sin.
Aye. He's a
I mean,
handsome
I'm not
big
going
guy.
to. I'm not going to tell him that to his face. Like, so you know, the beard kind of gives you a jaw. It makes you look a wee bit more chiseled. He shaves his beard off and he's got a better jaw. His face is huge.
I want him to go the full Ivan Drago, eh? I was saying this to Chris. He needs to just turn into a fucking menace. He's too nice.
Is he? I don't know a lot about him. He was calling out Aspinall, wasn't he?
You're just
Oh, has
looking
he?
for this villain.
Aye, mate, I like a bad guy. I want to root for a bad guy, eh? Even like when Conor McGregor went good, I was like, oh.
Conor
course
McGregor
you-
went good.
I mind when he first fought Dustin Poirier, he was being alright and they were like taking pictures and that. That ruined it for me. I want a bad guy to win. Nah. Never think you'll go full bad guy.
No, I've not got a bad guy bone in me, man.
No. It's hard. It's hard, if it-
It's hard being good all the time.
it's hard being a good guy, eh? I'm trying to be a good guy. I'm a good guy.
No, it's easy being the bad guy.
Is it?
It's the easiest thing in the world.
How?
Because then you do anything.
Apart from getting fat, that's easy.
Then you do good. Seems is really good.
No.
No. So what's been happening with you, Chris?
Fuck
What you been
that.
up to, mate?
Just getting fat, mate.
Aye.
Getting fat.
Chilling
Fat
out.
and resting, aye.
So this will go out on Sunday, won't it? We've pretty much done everything with regards to the weight cut. Middleweight, weight cut.
Oh.
Be able to speak about it.
I
I
don't
felt
know.
like that. I felt like that was sort of hanging there, and I wasn't sure what was going on. I misread the cues, obviously.
No, so like Sunday, so Saturday.
Why are you trying to do that? Like,
So you know what? Regardless of what happens,
announce it
it's
on
going to.
Saturday.
Aye. So it's going to be out now anyway. So it's going to be out on Sunday. So what's happening is it's Thursday just now. I've had my last bit of water, and I've got 8 kg to cut in water weight. And if we can cut that, then we make 84.6 kilograms, and that means we're able to be a
So
middleweight
when
fighter.
are you cutting this week?
I'm cutting
so
this week.
When's the weigh-in?
Weigh-in's Friday morning, 9 o'clock, and then I'm going to spar on Saturday.
So tomorrow?
So tomorrow, yep. So tonight I'll cut some.
Aye.
So the whole process is
so close, mate.
Aye.
I wanted to talk about that, and then I didn't know if we're talking about it. And sorry, you said a couple of things that were near it, and
the whole reason we didn't want to speak about it was because that was the big announcement. Remember, we had said a few weeks ago, like was it episode 3 or something like that? We were talking about. We had this idea of going to middleweight, not because light heavyweight's done, but just the way the light heavyweight's sitting at the moment. The way the light heavyweight's sitting at the moment, there's not a lot of fights above me who I'm going to get to fight. So I'm like, right, maybe there's an opportunity at middleweight to have a look. So we're like, right, we've got a bit of time just to do nose operation. Let's see if we can make the weight and then go in the Saturday and spar hard and see if we can perform, because that's what it comes down to. It's not about making the weight.
So you're looking to cut weight tomorrow, rehydrate.
Yep. Well, I'm cutting weight tonight.
Tonight.
Yep.
Make weight tomorrow.
Yep.
Rehydrate and go in and spar on Saturday.
Yep.
And see how you feel.
And simulate a fight.
Saturday night time?
Saturday during the daytime.
You're going for that? What about tomorrow? You got to go up early like you would usually do?
6 o'clock. We can do the 6.
So you're going to do you're going to do exactly what you would do.
Yep.
With the
So
UFC.
tonight at 6 o'clock, what I'll do is I'll go a run for 30 minutes. I'll do a tempo run, so I'll burn all the glycogen in my muscles. Glycogen holds a bit of weight in your body, so what that means is you're going to lose like maybe half a pound, maybe a pound. Let's say it's a couple. And then I'm going to jump in the sauna, do 30 minutes in that, then do a wrap, and then go to bed. I'll have some yogurt before I go to bed. Just as some fat to do vital contractions in muscles, all this kind of stuff, keep the brain active, all that kind of shit. Wake up at 6 the next morning, and then cut hard, go for it. I won't have any
time limit.
Well, I will, because I want to try and make it.
Try to get it for 10.
Try to get it from 9. Because 9's when the official weight. So that's what we normally do. We wouldn't be rocking up at 10, and then hit the rehydration process. And then Saturday afternoon go in and spar and see how we feel, and then take it from there. So Sunday should be.
Are you just going to do like a team sparring session, or you got to go and do like 3 5s or something?
It'll
like
be 3 5s, but I don't have Clancy, which is a bit of a.
He's fighting, eh?
He's fighting this weekend. He's fighting Saturday. So I can't be like, hey, fancy doing my 3 5s and then going to a fight. So
probably could still do it, to be fair.
I know he probably could,
and would do it willingly. Be like, anymore. What time?
So I'll do that, and then we'll take it from there. Maybe it's a message to the UFC, but I do believe the middleweight there's some opportunities for me.
Like who?
Like I like the idea of Sean Strickland.
That's it. Said it now.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? I like the idea of that fight. Like he's a
why?
Guy's got to stand in front of you.
He's going to stand in front of you,
right there. Eh?
You don't look at him and think, right, he's a very dangerous striker, and I'm imagining he's got very good wrestling, very good jiu-jitsu. But I'm just a jiu-jitsu guy fighting MMA, and I believe that I can capitalise on that. Size is going to have a huge factor as well. When you look at the champ or the ex-champ in Joe Adesanya.
Adesanya's champion.
He's not got a lot of jiu-jitsu. I'm not saying he doesn't have any, but if you're a jiu-jitsu guy, then you're thinking about that's the way I'm weighing this up. Like, how many guys in that top 15 have elite level jiu-jitsu? And I'm not saying that I've got elite level jiu-jitsu, but my jiu-jitsu is very effective in the UFC.
Well, you've subbed the top 2 guys in your weight class.
Yep.
So that's.
Aye.
There's definitely options for you anyway.
So that's
both divisions.
So that's what I'm trying to spread my arse out both divisions.
And would you fluctuate back up?
I think so. I can't see why it would.
If you got a good offer.
If the offers are there, if they're like, listen, we want you to fight Pereira at light heavyweight, you fucking right, I would take that fight.
Aye.
They're
You like
right,
the Pereira fight as well?
I like the Pereira fight because, same again, the guy's jiu-jitsu has never been tested.
I assume I feel like though, like when you see who's in his corner, who he's training with, I do feel like he's.
So I'd thought about this as well, and I was like, well, he's got Glover in his corner, hasn't he?
He's got
Glover's
to
a
have.
high level grappler. Here's the question: who just beat him?
I know, but
Who just beat him, and who couldn't he get? He couldn't get him down. Glover could not keep Jamal Hill down.
He couldn't keep him over him.
Aye.
He couldn't.
And I'm not saying because he's getting older and all this kind of shit.
No.
If he's the highest, in that light heavyweight division, I've always thought Glover was the guy for jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm. He should have finished Yuri too.
Aye, and that's exactly what I'm meaning. In these positions, I'm thinking I would have finished him because I was watching the Yuri and Glover fight. And I'm thinking I'd have finished that. I'd have finished that there, bum.
I don't think we saw a full strength Yuri though. In fairness, which we obviously never because he says he had bad injuries. But aye, I know what you mean.
So I'm just opportunities. That's all. That's the only reason I'm doing this. It's not because I've been offered a fight at like middleweight, or I've been offered a fight at like heavyweight that I don't like. It's just I'm trying to.
So we've got July for London.
The 22nd. I'd love to fight in that as
They give you
middleweight.
two options. What you want middleweight? Would you prefer?
Depending on what the fight is, depending on what fight's going to get us closer to the top ranking, innit? Because I think I moved to number 10 now.
You're 9 or 10.
I think I moved with the weekend. Like, was it 2 weekends ago? The light heavyweights were fighting. We were in Vegas and you were fighting. Was it the Jacoby or something like that? Is his name?
So at worst you're 10 then.
Aye. So if they offer me one of the guys, I'm like, I'll bite your hand off you because we fucked them up.
But like you say, everybody's kind of matched up at light heavyweight in the top 10.
I know.
Or you've beat them already.
And then it's one of these things like if they offer me outside the top 15, they offer me outside. If they offer me somebody that doesn't make me move, then what's the point in taking it? And I'm no big dogging them, but I've done all the hard fights. Know that every fight's hard, but I've done all the sitting out in the top 15, fighting MD Asney.
And I've seen more chat about like to going to guys for the top 10 leaving light heavyweight. Johnny Walker talking about moving up for the same thing, having problems with fights.
He's gone up a bit.
Well, because he's been around for a wee bit now.
He's been asking about
who's in front of him. He's fought them, or he's lost them, or he's beat them. So he's and like everybody's either the now matched up or injured, or the people who are in front of it. Light heavyweight's a fucking jumble sale with the people.
I know.
They're just all over the place.
it's rock paper scissors.
Boring you, Chris. Aye, sorry, mate. Sorry.
It's been a long one.
Right, I've got a belt to this story for you, and you'll like this, and I'll tell you names after it because
I was going for a nap, but Ross chatted my door because he thought the podcast was like 2 years ago or something.
Right, so I was out a few weeks ago, and I can't say any names because Doogie.
Well, that's one.
Right. No. So it's no Doogie. Right, so Doogie got in trouble.
It's not Doogie.
It's no Doogie. It's no Doogie. Right, so Doogie got in trouble because one of the guys that listened to the podcast grassed him into his wife.
Grass.
Right.
What a grassing bastard.
Because you grassed on Doogie.
Because I grassed on Doogie. And he's like, Paul Craig's a grass, pass it on. So anyway, we're out. No me and Doogie. Right. Just me and a few other folk, right? We had a few rounds of golf.
Who looks like Doogie? Doogie likes golf.
Stop fucking.
I used Doogie's clubs one time.
So, play a round of golf at 8:30 in the morning, end up in the pub, and this singer comes in, right?
8:30 in the morning?
No, we weren't in the pub at 8:30. It took it like 4 hours to play a round of golf, and then we went, had some lunch, and then we went to the pub. This singer comes in, starts getting at the fucking big licks with the old songs, you know. Thick lassie, ginger hair, big fucking hangers, big sweaties, right?
Hangers.
My mate goes,
The heavies.
Others.
Mate goes, she's got an Instagram. Oh, has she? Aye. So starts firing into her Instagram, having a look, right? Within about 2 minutes, she had blocked him. It gets even funnier. So we're like, we've heard a few of her songs, right? And we go to another pub and speak to another few guys that were playing golf, and they said, where were you? Oh, we were doing it Owens. This lassie was in singing, so we just ended up leaving because it was just fucking too much noise. We couldn't really speak. He's like, she's a porn star. I was like, fuck off. So then he fires up his phone right into the old spank bank, and there she is there.
Aye.
Tits hanging out, going to town in her fucking bean.
Oh, Jesus, man.
What is it? This part of the country is just fully degenerate women, mate.
And Gia,
What's going on everywhere?
are we allowed to give her, like her...
No, I wouldn't do that, mate.
How no?
She's on the internet.
Eat for Ross, he doesn't wank his dick anyway.
What are you going? What's the name?
Pilgrim.
Let me just see.
Just you show me on your phone.
Right, I'll show you. So anyway, this lassie's getting big licks at the singing, and then she's getting big licks with the old fucking...
Is it?
rubbing the skin off her fanny.
Rubbing the skin off it. You know what I'm saying? They fucking can't behave, these two cunts.
That's the name there.
Oh, Jeezy peeps. Let's see.
I'm a bit no, fuck's sake.
Just
That's it.
so the name is.
Amber Lee.
Like, it doesn't bother me, mate. I'll say that. Like, she's.
How's her name?
That's her porn name. She's got a real name as well.
Can
So you need to ask the person who got blocked here within about 2 minutes.
Ross is trying to follow her already.
Can't find her.
Ross, like, follow me back or I'll follow you home.
Follow me back or I'll follow you. That's what you
So aye, we were all blown away, and then
You just see
obviously.
the pipe smoke coming out.
Captain hats on.
So did you end up going back?
I ended up going back and cheering her. Hey, when does the tits come out? Turned into a fucking lap dance. But she's a big lass. Like,
Aye, big Game of Thrones type.
no, she's not the big Brenna Tarth, but she's thick. Thick. Like, not in a bad way.
With 2 C's.
Aye, not in a bad way. Got it where it counts. But aye, she's just kind of singing a wee song. Monday, Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Hopefully
and then a wee
she's
Monday,
not just
Friday.
lost
She's
her
just.
job at Owens.
I don't think she works there all the time. It was like a guest appearance. Aye.
Stand there.
It was like let's mix this shit up.
You heard Dan and Murphy Cage Warriors?
About what?
Yeah, fighting again.
Oh, right, nah.
What, like as if you were in trouble there or something?
If you were in trouble, have you done something?
Am I in trouble? No.
No, man. Oh, yeah, I just fought last week, fuck's sake. Ross, what
I
you trying to
know.
do?
I thought they were wanting. Well, I would have thought they'd start pushing you into the.
All right, because you're using your media credentials. You're like, right.
That's it.
Nah, mate, I've been
Trespass
spoke to him,
Roscoe.
taking a bit of time off just to heal up and stuff, so I'm really.
You've got 11 fights to go, kid. You get your finger out your ass.
I'll try to get one for the end of the year.
You think you'll be off for a wee bit?
I won't tell him.
Till you're sorry, time.
Pain free.
Are you fucked now still? Like,
I'm sorry.
aye. Still rest.
But I also had a wrestling match on Sunday. I had the first ever pit match.
I did
pit
see
fight.
that, mate. Aye.
So it no ropes.
I seen that, and the guy, did he fall it? Did he jump it?
I kept running it, aye.
Aye.
But very weird moving about a ring without ropes, like because you did think I'm going to fight this ring here.
Aye.
But it
Where
was
was that?
It was rounds. It was in Glasgow Asylum. It was rounds, so they done it like MMA based. It was like 5 threes. It was alright. Enjoyed it.
Did you win?
One night flying triangle.
Nice.
It was merely like see like Josh Burnett's Bloodsport. It's like shoot fight. Like
I heard the big slap.
wrestling / MMA type.
So here's the-
it was a bit of stiff ones going in.
Was it scripted?
Just don't know what you're talking about, bro. I showed up my one, so that's what matters. But so I done that match and it was pretty
Intense.
on the back.
Aye.
Because there was no rope, so there was a lot of like slamming in the ring. And
Aye.
you'd know where to go really.
Was that in the garage?
Asylum.
The asylum.
Aye, so my back was doing alright, and then it's just like
Just wear and tear, man.
obviously if you're doing shit like that, it's going to put you back. So I'm just got to rest, just got to do some walks, some stretching and that for a couple of weeks. I miss grappling like so bad. But it is what it is. I've just done it to get
That's
the win,
what's gonna
and I've
fit.
won. So I've just got to rest and heal up. Hopefully fight
2 weeks, 2
the
wins.
the end of the aye.
I like it. I like those numbers.
Hopefully I can fight at the end of the year. I've got 2 fights left with Cage Warriors. So
2
we'll,
wins.
We'll see 2 wins, and I lost a late replacement for the title.
So 2 wins can take you to
Aye.
contender.
Aye, well, we'll see. We'll see what.
2 wins will take you
Got it.
straight into the.
I'm going to rest.
Aye, I was going to say a
to
title
rest.
win and a defence would take you into UFC.
Aye, well, I've got 18 pro wins, 15 first round finishes, 3 decisions. So it's like I know I know what I can do. So
In a weight class where they're always looking.
aye,
You're the right weight for it, eh?
I'm just going to try and get healthy first. Try and get this back fixed or just healed up a bit until I can go back on the mats again, and then just take it from there.
Because it seems unlikely Hardwick's going to have. Like,
He'll probably go to the UFC.
it's hard
London.
to see him get signed,
especially in London.
If the belt goes vacant, then maybe do like a wee 4-man or like me fighting somebody.
some kind of eliminator.
I'm obviously got to take a fight anyway, so. But we'll
When they
see.
show you that gold, you're like, yes.
No, I'd love to win that belt.
Aye.
I feel like I could win that belt.
What you been still on edibles? You still been hitting that sharp?
No, I've just been playing Resident Evil for the GameCube.
I've seen this, man.
And I swear to God. So yesterday I got a new phone and they locked me out all my apps, like, because you need these verification codes now for all this new security. So it wasn't letting me in my Twitter and my Instagram and that. And then I kept dying at Resident Evil 0, right? And I'm talking, I've saved it. I've saved it with my 2 characters on low health, right? Because I needed to save at the time, and so it's like any wee, you need to watch your 2 of them, it's a guy and a woman. Any wee prick or any wee bird petting you or you're dead. Any of them. So I'm trying to, and I've no ink ribbons to save, so I need to do all this shit for like hours before I can try and save it. And then it's like I was like getting killed for a week solid, right? So this day where I was
You going, me, myself, and Irene?
I was trashing the place. So the phone wasn't letting me into my apps, right? So I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to play this, right? And I go this further than I've ever been for an hour solid. I'm like, this is it, I've got it. And I go into this room and this crow comes in through the window, just pecks me dead after like an hour of like pure getting far as I got, and I was gone mental. And then this wasn't working, and I went to the Derek's dad's party, and I was just pure in a bad mood. I was raging, man, and I was pure
Tough life.
I was just like,
Mad Dog squared you up.
I just had a terrible day, man. And a stupid fucking game, man. There's no like green herbs to give me health, and I've been playing it for hours. They keep giving you bullets. So I'm like, where's the health? So Resident Evil was just killing my soul, but I just kept dying. Try again for like maybe 3 or 4 days. This same bit, man, and then that's all I've been doing all
Have you passed that bit?
Yes, yesterday, right? So yesterday I got all my apps back. I got further in Resident Evil. So yesterday was a good day, apart from the Bruins got beat at night. So I was watching it at 3 in the morning, right? I got a bet on Man City and Bruins double. And they're getting beat 1-0, they're getting beat 2-1, it's 3-2. 3 each, right? 5 minutes to go. So 3 in the morning, I'm watching Bruins. Come on. It gets to the last 5 seconds, right? It's like a timeout thing. The Bruins end up clean through with 3 seconds to go, right? And I'm 3 in the morning, I've jumped up, I'm like, ouch, man, pure full of life. 1-0 with the goalie, man. The goalie saves it onto the post, man. Goes full time, 3 each, basically into overtime. Bet's fucked. We up a stair. Didn't even watch overtime, I was raging. We went to bed, went to bed and everything, no well, just raging. They end up getting beaten overtime. So it was a good day. Resident Evil.
It's the first time
and then that, and then Bruins.
It's the first time they've lost in it in a while.
So because it's in the playoffs, it's the best out of 7 series. So that's like 3-2 in games now. So they go back
To the Bruins.
Go back down to Florida. All they needed to do was win a game, and that's them through into the second round. But so that's my life these days. The GameCube, Bruins, and fucking the Wayne.
The wee man just ordered Mortal Kombat for his Mega Drive. Found an old Sega Mega Drive. He's got it working.
So that's what I was saying to Ross. Like they're bringing all the old consoles back, or like people are selling their old ones and that. And it's like it takes you back to all your old consoles that you first played.
I'm excited for it to come.
What was your first one you ever had? Mine was a
SNES.
Master System.
We had a Sega with Alex the Kid built in.
Aye.
And it used to have this wee like.
It just went across the screen.
It used to have like a wee cover.
Was it in a motorbike?
Well, he would walk at the start, but he had a massive head and a massive fist, and he would just bam, bam, bam. And then he would end up with a helicopter, end up with a wee bike and all that kind of stuff. But that was the first I remember. But it was my brother's, and he wouldn't let me play it when I wanted.
Older?
He's older. So you'd take a
it
beating.
goes.
And then I remember we had the SNES. No, we had the NES, which had the Turtles.
Is that the cartridges one?
Cartridges.
It was. That was the one you slid in, pushed down, and then.
Aye.
So that was the NES, and we had Turtles for that.
One. It was like dark grey.
It was grey and black, and we used to have Turtles and a game called something TV. You were just like, it was like an aerial view, and you would just start shooting. It was cool. Played these games recently. I'm currently trying to complete Turtles for it. I've got like a wee handheld emulator which emulates all these games that you want to play. So I'm currently trying to play Turtles, and I'm stuck in like a third stage.
The old Turtles game?
The old Turtles.
What are you playing? The
Mario.
Mega Drive?
Oh, the now Mega Drive, aye.
Were you a Super Nintendo guy?
Aye. Mario for like loads of, but they two just, my weeest one as well, sit there and just play Sonic.
Aye.
Sonic.
So I watched that whole thing about why this Sega came about, because Nintendo was like had like totally cornered the market, and MD who tried to, if you were a shop and you wanted to sell another console, you weren't allowed to sell because Nintendo didn't like you, and if you chose to sell them, you wouldn't sell Nintendo. So Nintendo basically cornered the market by bullying all these places into it, and Sega came along and were like, nah, let's try and fucking topple these suckers, and they brought out Sonic, and they at that time they ended up winning the race for like these. It was the SNES and the Master System.
What was the last Sega?
It must have been the Dreamcast, aye.
That's it, isn't it? And then Sony is obviously.
Did you have a Dreamcast?
PlayStation.
I did have a Dream. Do you know
No,
what
I
my
was
son-
too old. I went PlayStation at that point.
My son said to me, he's like, do you know one of my friends was saying, Dad, for memory on the PlayStation, you had to get like an actual thing, eh? And I was like, that doesn't even feel like fucking long ago.
GameCube's got that.
Aye, like a memory card.
A memory card.
And he was like, and you like saved it to that, and you had to keep the memory cards. And I was like, you did have to do that.
You could take a memory card to your mate's house,
Aye,
but
you could take it to your friend's house.
let's go and play here.
If you had cheats in that.
Aye.
What about the
Grand Theft Auto.
PlayStation? You had to turn upside down.
Oh, when you had copied games?
Aye, the chip.
So how
Send
come,
it-
I
send
never
it
had
away
to
and
turn
get
mine.
chipped.
Aye, there was a boy at my dad's work, and you just gave him a fiver, and he gave you the games, but
Aye.
they didn't always work. And that was a sucker.
That was the first time I remember the PlayStation I had, and it was a demo, and it had Grand Theft Auto, and you could only play like, maybe it was like 7 minutes or something. It
Mine
was
just buy a magazine, and it had a demo in it.
Aye, and then you would play and you'd play it, and then you would just
Yeah.
reset it
For
again
the
and keep
Birds
playing.
View- Birds Eye View and that?
Aye.
And there used to be like the Orange Walk, remember this? There used to
Aye,
be
you
the orange
could-
guys
you
in
could
jumpsuit.
drive round them,
Aye, and you just
drive them
smash
all
right into them,
over.
boom, right into them.
Oh, I do that in real life.
And then they brought out the London one. Did you ever play this
Aye,
one?
I did, I remember
Which was
it.
Fun.
it wasn't as good as the original, but
The like trailer at the start was good though. I always mind that one. They had a really good, and then you would play it and be like, oh, this is
So the boys for Rockstar are Scottish. Is it Falkirk
From
or Edinburgh or
Edinburgh.
something? Edinburgh. That's quite cool because like how big like San Andreas was at the time as well.
I know.
And then the recent one, what was that?
was it
6 or something?
4?
4.
5, is it? I don't know.
Was it?
Five.
Was it 5? And they've got this.
San Andreas was
they're,
the daddy.
They're not updating it because they've got this whole online universe where people are just going in and you can do pretty much anything you want.
Aye, they change
like
it.
Living this total crazy lifestyle, and why would you want to lose all that money with people buying all these add-ons to just make another game for people? Because people get pissed off and be like, I'm not going to get involved in this again.
Aye. I got it for my son. Like, I'm like, just play it. I was playing it at his age, watching South Park and
Aye.
that. Fuck it. Do what you want. Who cares? Just a game.
Just
Nah.
a game. No, mate, I totally down with you. My
Disrespecting my parenting style.
no, mate, I'm no. I'm currently dealing with exams with my daughter.
Aye.
She's 16, sitting exams.
I've
So
got, I've got parents' night tonight. I say to them this morning,
What's
it's
the
like,
teacher like?
all right.
Is she?
Aye. Aye.
What's
truthfully.
what are these boys like?
Older. Say when.
Is it this?
Larry David. Huh?
What Diringo's the?
I say to him, is the teacher going to tell me anything that's going to catch me off guard here? And he went, I've not been doing any homework, eh? Like, how much? None. I was like, right, since when? He's like, about P6. I was just like,
Fair dude.
oh, well, at least you're honest.
Getting ready for high school then.
Aye, after the summer. That's it.
Aye,
Fucking
that's him, a man. He's going to try and
go
couple you.
to Chrissy's house and he's just got like a fucking baby cutting about in there, and I'm just like, I've got like a wee guy lives at my house. He just helps himself with the food and that, takes the dogs a walk and fucking.
Do you have an issue with getting the kids to take a dog a walk?
I didn't let them. Nah, I just do it.
I know. I'm like, wait till my dilemma yesterday. I was going to train boxing with the boys, and the
Dog
daughter-
needs out though.
The dog does need it. The daughter's off school. She's doing a bit of the studying, and she should be studying because it's study leave. Makes sense. So she goes to me, Dad, can I go to the boyfriend's house? And I go, well, you've got an exam tomorrow. Right, and you got to remember I'm on reduced calories, so I'm a wee bit. Fuck this wee sucker. And I was like, no, you're off for studying, you need to study. I went, the dog needs walked, you need to take him a walk. So I'm up at you at this point, right? Because I'm like,
you're going red.
Aye, no, I'm not going red. I'm casual, like,
Aye, right.
But I'm not annoyed, but I'm just like, this wee dick.
Who, the boyfriend?
Aye.
How is he?
He's not a wee dick. He's all right. I'm on reduced calories, and like she's asked me to go to his house, and I'm like,
if that's what makes you feel better because you're on reduced calories, say how you feel.
And I'm like, fuck this wee dick. So she's like, can I go up to his house? And I said, no, you're going to study. I went, take your dog a walk. You want to go out in a bit? Take your dog a walk. I said, why don't you invite him down and take your dog a walk, and then he can go back up the road, you can make a bit of lunch, and then go back to studying. That seems fair, doesn't it?
Aye, I get where you're.
So then she messages me, because obviously I've left now, and I'm in the car.
You remember being 16, eh?
Aye, and that's why he's not coming into my fucking house looking into.
Right, so like with that, I know it's tough.
I've got 15 years to wait for
Aye,
this.
so you can laugh the news. So anyway, she messages me and says, Dad, can I go up to the Lily? So it's up the fucking lake, and she's like, can I go up there with him? And she was like, I'll take the dog. I'm like, aye, that's fine, because you're not in the wee dick's house. And then 2 hours pass, and I'm home for the gym, and I asked her to get me water. I was like, can you bring me in water when you're coming in? Because I needed 3 litres. And 2 hours pass. I'm parched up the stairs. So I didn't message her or anything, right? So she messages me. Like, I want to lose my shit, man. I want to go full fucking me, myself, and Irene, and start fucking wrecking shit. But I'm just like, no, it's cool, mate. You'll get tea in a couple of hours, mate. Don't worry. So she comes in with the water 2 hours late, and I have to fight everybody. And I just say, you're fucking late. I never said a word. I held it in, man. I was fucking raging. And I shouldn't be raging because she's a young girl. She's 16 years old. I understand that. It's bullshit.
It's hard.
It's fucking shit, mate. That's what it is. Go fuck yourself. You've got a wee boy, so you're going to have to deal with him. You're going to have to deal with him saying, "Oh, I'm seeing this lassie, and her dad's a wanker."
I know. He walks in with a girl now, and I'm just like, aye. He's got the aftershave and that now.
Is he?
Doing the after. She's 12 on Monday. Aftershave, gets haircuts and that. Wee guy stuff. This wee guy stuff, eh?
Wee boy stuff.
I know.
Would you go for the hairstyle? Because that's a big thing.
Wish he doesn't think he's a bird.
Well,
that's true.
Can we go there?
Aye, go for it.
so
What happened today?
You've been getting some heat on Twitter for your traditional views, Chris. Is that what's the problem?
So I've nothing against transgenders, right?
That's not what Twitter says.
Right. But I think they need to get to a certain age before they can decide themselves. A father deciding a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, whatever it is,
I know,
at that age,
his child, he
is
owns
wrong.
it.
For me, is wrong. You know what I mean? It's just far too young for somebody to say, my daughter is now a boy, like at 5 or whatever it was.
Is that the situation you were commenting on? Aye.
I feel like the dad's doing it for his own.
The TikTok guy.
Aye. Like, you clearly watch a video, you clearly see
The guy's weird, eh?
it's about him.
The guy's a weird guy. You seen the guy?
So he's that guy you're talking about. He's wrote a book and they've done a documentary.
There you go.
Off the back of the attention they got off TikTok for doing.
Imagine mutilating your
Money.
bairn for money. Eh?
Money, you know what I mean? What age was he
that's what
when
he's
he
Small.
It could not have been over 6. I would
Yeah,
say.
I mean,
When he was so the father came out. Like, because at that age, you don't know if you fucking want mashed tatties or chips for your
Mate,
dinner.
that's what I said
That's
to
what I
Chris.
said.
I was
Like,
like,
how the fuck you know what you want to be sexually?
wee man and his pals are in their fucking in the house yesterday arguing about what they're going to play on the Xbox.
Aye.
Arguing like fuck.
And the wee boy's like, nah,
I want to play that. I'm fucking playing this.
take the dick. So what did they do, just out of curiosity? They turn the dick into a vagina.
No, they give them fucking medicine that blocks everything. So shuts
So what happens to
everything
the
off.
fucking sausage?
They didn't do any operations till they're older.
Aye,
I didn't.
right.
Right.
not
So
that
any,
age.
but then the damage is pretty much done
because you blocked all the
because you blocked
hormones.
all the fucking hormones. So you're going to end up
Aye, exactly what you think.
hormonal imbalance. Am I right?
And that's
Huh. And then when you find out you don't,
hip puberty, man.
oh, you didn't. It just stops it completely, so nothing happens.
So they're giving them medicine at the young age as well?
Well, that'll stop that. So
Do you think the chick that tried to rob you?
that's child
The chick that robbed you, did she have the medicine? Did she have the wee fucking Tootsie Roll?
Oh, she's just had that fucking sausage.
But that's
She
what
didn't try to hide it at all.
That's
or
what
save
does
the
it.
pubes or nothing, man.
it's medication that just cuts it.
Wow. See, that's fucked up.
I don't agree with it. I feel like wait till they're older. And
What age would you say?
They can decide. 18 when they're
But
older.
even at 18, man, think about how much a fucking reprobate you were at 18. I'm not saying you. How much
No,
a
I was.
reprobate were
I
you at
was.
18?
But you're basically an adult then.
34.
I know, man, but like even at 18, it's a big decision to fucking say like lop this
It
off,
doesn't go backwards. That's the thing.
and you can't reverse it. No,
No, if you give them the blockers.
I've seen I seen somebody was saying that there's quite a high number of people committing suicide.
Almost 80%
Aye.
try.
So after they transition to whatever gender it is they want to be, they're just killing themselves. Because I'm not saying it's because they're because you need to walk careful here. I'm not saying it's because
Yeah, bro.
they're not male or female. It's just because
They're obviously going through something.
they're obviously going through something.
If I turned around and when people go, we should just let them do whatever you want, right? We should let anorexic lassies just starve themselves to death then. Do we do that?
So should we have
Because that's
like
a mental health condition.
mental health, is that where you're going with, Ross?
going
Go
into-
mental health.
Well, it's obviously a mental health condition.
What about going into like mixed martial arts, stuff like that?
What if I said
I just seen they've started banning people. Banned if you've
God.
had male if you've been a male up to the point of puberty, they've banned you for quite a lot of sports.
Aye, they've got to. Because
What
it's
about
just...
weightlifting?
But so...
Same again, you're banned.
I think the big problem we've got is male athletes who enter these competitions as women. It's because they weren't winning them as men, and they're still just wanting to win. So they're like, do you know how I can win? I could just beat the lassies. Leah Thomas has fucking still got a cock and balls. That's
a wrangle.
Leah Thomas is turning around saying, I'm a woman, I'm going to swim against women, beats them every time, sets world fucking records, but if we're still competing against the men, would come 100th. So, what are you meant to fucking say? And walks around the change rooms showing their cock and balls
got a
off
dick
at
out.
all the women.
See, that's
So what you meant to do? So right,
So she's still allowed to do that though in swimming? Swimming's alright?
Is it high level swimming, like Olympic level swimming?
it was Olympic qualifiers, she's just done it, didn't she?
So she can qualify for the Olympics
She has.
with a fucking rudder? Fucking hell.
But then, so the woman from New Zealand, who's now a woman, who was weightlifting, got to the Olympics, didn't they? And then intentionally failed the lifts. So if you go back and watch it, intentionally committed fouls on the lifts. You can
Why?
see it clear as fuck. I don't know, just to make it no dead obvious. But what everybody started to do in New Zealand, because the second and third place were two Maori women, so when they put the medals on the second place, the crowd goes fucking mental, like they're the winner.
Because that's the real winner.
Because it's the real winner.
Aye.
So
It's a crazy time of life.
anyone can do what they want. I couldn't give a fuck, but we can't be mixing people in sport. Like, even if you look at the kids at jiu-jitsu, when my son got to 11, you had to start separating the boys and the girls because the boys are too strong. So I'm all for everybody doing whatever they want. I couldn't give a fuck. If it doesn't affect me, do whatever the fuck you like.
Even as a kid, like that. So your 4-year-old Wayne's playing with Barbies and he's a boy, and you're just going to say,
Oh no, I didn't mean that. I'm meaning with the sport thing.
even that side doesn't matter.
What's your thoughts on that?
On
Kids
if my-
playing with Barbies?
if
Oh,
it's
no,
pl-
the father changing his gender.
I think that's
gender.
I didn't-
it's not his
No,
choice.
I didn't agree with anyone forcing anyone to do anything.
But then even if his son, even if one of my children came to me and said, "Listen, Dad, I want to be the opposite sex," I'd be like, "You're fucking 6. Shut the fuck up."
But I didn't
Like, it's not even up for
See
debate.
how you feel in 20 years.
Aye.
Aye.
You're keeping the dick.
I didn't agree with like parents who force their kids to go to the church every Sunday. Like what? They do want to go. Okay, you didn't have to force it on people. Like I'm not into forcing anything on anyone. So
Just
I
sexual
don't-
assault.
Just do it. forcing myself. I just didn't, mate. And the sport thing's just it's just stupidity. What the fuck are we doing?
A South Park episode.
Everybody standing
Mrs. Man looks for dudes. That's brilliant.
Everybody's standing back going, oh, that's brilliant. Look at you. Didn't really think that. Stop fucking saying it. You're just saying it to get fucking thumbs up and likes on Twitter, which is full of liberal fucking goons. You didn't really think that. You think it's a fucking waste of time and it's a fucking shambles, which it is.
You're so brave.
Right.
You're so brave.
Right. You go and fight an 84
What
kilo.
about-
Go and fight an 84 kilo woman then.
What about
Just there. I'll go and fight a
Jenna
100 kilo
becoming
woman.
like Woman of the Year after
Running
transition?
a cunt after running a cunt over and killing them. Everybody just forgot about
Everybody's
that.
like,
Aye.
oh, he's still brave.
Killed a cunt, pished in your motor though, eh?
Was he? Like,
You know what I mean?
I know he was a sports guy, but was he a lawyer or something?
He was an Olympic.
No,
he was an
that
Olympic
was their
runner.
old man.
The real man was.
Because the O.J. Simpson case, he was part of that, right?
Freed Big OJ.
But what was he? Was he like track?
He was track. He was a runner. He was
track.
like he won medals. He was like on the Wheaties box, the Wheaties box. You know, like it's like a.
She.
No, he was a guy at that point.
But
So
she
he's a
is
guy.
She is brave though. She's so brave.
Oh my god, there's going to be some good clips out. Ross going on a rant there.
Aye, fuck
and you
her.
going,
Fuck her, mate.
she's so brave.
You go, girl.
Fuck anyone telling cunts what to do.
I know. And you see these cunts on Twitter. They try to cancel me. Not. You can't cancel somebody that doesn't give a fuck. So I wouldn't fucking
That's true.
blow your da or something.
I know. I knew this was going to go this way. I started off like, oh, let's talk about Paul's trip to Africa and let's talk about some MMA. And what are you doing in Cage Warriors, Chris? Now it's just went full on like, fuck the trans community.
That's the clip
That's
we
not
use
what I
for
think.
the podcast.
That's
like
obviously
the
not.
opening, like you know, you get the build the teasers. So let me get this right, Mrs. Man.
There's some Swanson on it. Like, it's
I work with a
South
trans
Park.
guy. He's cool as fuck.
Trans guy.
Couldn't he-
What's his original sex?
Born a man, I think. Goes between the two.
All right, just fucking.
I go
fluctuates.
between the two sometimes when I'm
Aye.
looking at myself in the mirror, just tuck it in and just say,
Aye.
"Oh, hello,
Hear a bit of fucking cool
you're
Lazarus.
so brave."
But that's what I mean. Cool guy. Couldn't say a bad word about him. As nice a guy you're ever going to fucking meet. Doesn't bother no cunt. Does whatever he wants. Bothers nobody. Cool. Why would anyone have a problem with that? Why would you? They give a fuck.
And this is the
I've got
last
a-
episode
I've
of
got a-
Leather Podcast, boys.
A trans person trying to chat me up for Australia
And Yin.
right now.
Yin.
Oh man,
But it was
I'll
a
show
woman.
you after that.
It's a woman,
I feel like I just...
Aye.
but it's a woman, so.
No, it's not.
Nah.
It's not. She's Asian or he's Asian.
But that's what,
I'll
that's
show
what
you.
I'm saying. It doesn't bother. See, the thing is, if they're just open about it for the start, cool. Nobody gives a fuck. The truth is, nobody actually cares, really.
Do you remember
care?
the God beer story
Didn't give a fuck.
in Vegas when he was on the
Was
old
it Notre
fucking-
Dame?
He was on the. So we went out for our fight in 2009 maybe, and the big man was on like one of these fucking dating apps. And he's fucking flick, matches wristband, starts messaging her, and she's like, you know I'm TA, don't you? And it's like she's fucking. He's like, post up. She's like, no, pre, and he's like, I'll take a massage.
That's a game. That's
He's
open-mindedness.
like tits and ass.
He had no idea what it was. He came in and he said to her, he's like,
Testing Albert.
I had no idea what it is. And it's like,
Don't know the lingo.
I don't know.
How long were?
No.
An hour.
I never.
That's
That's
15 minutes.
they're not too bad with this timing, boys. Do we know?
Aye, you
So
know.
that's episode
I feel
12.
like you've got so much more to say, Chris.
I've got hundreds to say, but I don't want to offend anybody.
Twitter will no ban you now. Elon's cool.
And I seen everybody's ticks away,
Aye.
so I've no longer got. a
What
tick.
was that? Because you could buy them or something?
I think it's like they want you to pay for it every month now. What the fuck?
On Twitter,
really?
on Twitter, I the blue tick.
So they've started giving them I think people over 1 million followers,
Aye, Bert
and
Kreischer
everyone
got
else
his
has
back.
to buy them.
Bert Kreischer got his back on Twitter.
But so somebody with like 10 followers could buy a tick.
I bet I think it comes up that you've bought it.
Does it?
On your new thing. So people can just buy it. Hey, you bought yours.
How do you get the tick on Instagram
That's
now
good.
as well? They're doing something different.
You need
eh?
to be the real version of. Oh, are they changing it up
just
again?
to get
Be
sounds different.
verified.
So what's happened? What? So I need to get
don't
this
know.
sorted.
No, you've still got
Elon
yours.
Musk.
I am Paul Craig. All social media, Paul Craig. Because remember, it used to be Big Paul Craig, P Craig MMA,
PL Craig.
PL Craig.
What's the L stands for?
What is it?
Lance.
Instagram are making it like a subscription service, so you can buy an Instagram verification as well.
That sounds wank.
That is wank.
Who's
So
that?
how do I know I'm
Who's
real?
done that?
We've already got them anyway.
Zuckerberg.
I know, but then they'll just take it off you and make you pay for it.
Say boys up to the nonsense again.
Nonsense.
They ones. You know they ones.
You crazy man.
I know. Try to get banned.
Hey?
Aye. Just
Yeah.
keep me off social media. The only one that'll have me is TikTok, and even they've sent me a couple of warnings now.
Have they?
Aye.
You
know
get
what I mean?
warnings?
Aye.
For what?
Uh,
Stuff you talk about on your TikToks and that?
language, comments, saying stuff in the comments. Like, and I keep getting this, like, remember to keep it respectful. Are you sure you want to send this? Fucking yes, I want to send that. I said it, didn't I?
So you're abusing folk? Is that what you're saying? Right, cool.
Got to try and stop. Guy was abusing me on the TikTok yesterday. Went on his page and it's like him taking his kids to orange walks, tiny kids to orange walks. I'm like, mate, why are you fucking giving people shit on TikTok? You're a loser, mate. You're a loser, eh? I'm not against you going to watch orange walks, by the way. Go and watch them if you want. Couldn't give a fuck. Take your kids and make it sort of about tradition and that if you want. That's cool. But you're a loser, mate. Your day out at the weekend with your son is take him to the walk. Be there. Bottle of wine in one hand, wee man in the other. Yeah, the walks, man. No surrender.
You tell them, bro.
Oh, mate. Day Sam with your life, eh? You know what I mean? Day Sam.
Have you been drinking?
I had one.
Tried that whiskey.
Just to
Did
keep,
you?
Aye, just
What is
tried it. Don't know. Not nice.
Not nice.
Sorry.
Caledonian?
Sorry. I'll bring a nice one. When we do because we're going to do... We're
Is it
going to
Henry
watch...
Cejudo and Aljamain Sterling?
Is that who we're watching?
Yep.
When is that? 7th?
I think it is.
7th?
Is it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Aye, I'll bring whiskey. Oh no, if I've no thought I'll not. But did I just knock that there? No. What am I fucking doing?
So anyway, back to actual business. So we're still looking for the next lot of subscribers on the YouTube channel.
I
for the
went off
chance-
on tangents here, eh?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm glad I'm keeping you fucking
The-
straight and narrow, boys.
Everybody's loving the fan story
Aye.
video, like the Colin ones. So if anybody else wants to share their story,
Some people sent me some, but it was on the 15th when I was at your fight and I only noticed yesterday. So I'll get them in. Maybe make it to the next one. Didn't fucking send them when you know I'm out.
Even
When
if
I'm at the walk.
even if with a wee man in the ball, even if he's want to bounce up and just speak to us, then
Just come in, sit on the couch and tell it.
oh, that'd be good.
Go suck us all off after.
And that's the Leather Podcast, boys. So episode 12. We'll see you next week for episode 13. What you got planned for this week? Anything exciting happening?
the weekend, I'm going to the Celtic and Rangers game at Hampden, semi-final.
Yes.
And I've got a wedding as well. I fucking hate weddings.
I never go to
I
them.
hate
You always look
weddings.
sharp in a fucking suit, mate.
Oh, I hate them.
My
I
missus
don't wanna
just
go.
goes on her own.
Does
Just
she?
fuck off. Not going.
I get invited to weddings. I don't really want to.
Nah, that's shit, yeah.
It's the same shitey chat you get, innit? I don't mind
Even
talking
if
to
it's
people.
my
I
pals,
love
I still
talking
don't like
to
them.
folk. But see if you're going to tell me about how fucking shite my string is, get to folk.
I say, do me a favour and don't invite me because I'd save me making up an excuse not to come.
So what you got planned for this week, Ross?
None.
Just
Oh,
hang
wee
out.
man's birthday actually. Got to
You
take him
doing?
a walk and that. No. Got stuff on with the wee man this weekend for his birthday, so no be training Sunday for sure. His actual birthday's Tuesday, they're off school, so.
I'm not going to get blotto though on Sunday.
Yeah.
Guinness all day.
Oh, mate.
You
don't
like
do
a
it all
Guinness?
day. You get the black pickle of death.
Aye.
You don't want the black pickle coming out.
So
I'm off of it, that's me, I'm fucking off of
as
it.
long as Celtic win, then I'll continue to drink.
The last old film game was pretty good.
I know.
Good.
3-2.
Like aye, good
But
football.
Aberdeen just scud at Rangers last week.
I know.
They're
And
third now as
Celtic
well,
will
eh?
be favourites, man. Aye.
I think you beat last night as well, Chelsea. I seen that.
Aye.
I do keep up with the football every once in a
So
while.
Man City pumped Arsenal, so they're looking. Man City probably got to win the league now because Arsenal were at tap for like 12 points or something, and they just shat the bed. They've got two games in hand. They played last night. Man City beat them, so 4-1.
And then you had Leicester and Leeds the other day as well, who are fighting for relegation.
Aye.
And is Everton as well fighting for relegation?
I don't know where Everton is.
I think they're fighting, mate. Look at us becoming fucking MMA, football, sport, eh?
2 pints there.
Right. So anyway,
Paint
guys,
t-shirts, isn't it?
like, share the podcast, tell us your stories, tell us your views on the podcast, and you don't like. Obviously, the transgender stuff's definitely going down a treat this week. But
Looks for dudes. That'll be missed on so many people. I hope. Nah.
keep it high.
I'm on the South Park.